Hi guys, good morning. It's Wednesday morning, which means it's Real Estate Chat with Jennifer Ho. Hope you guys are doing well. For our episode today, we are so lucky. Hi, thanks for joining. So just to give you an idea, we have a very special guest today. Over here is a very good friend of mine, Donna Bruno. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and I'm going to tell you why we're doing this today. So Donna, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Good morning, everybody. So my good friend Jennifer Howe was nice enough to invite me into this class this morning.
Hi, Chuck.
So a little bit about me. I went into the real estate business almost 40 years ago. Been an agent, top producer, manager, owner, broker, regional trainer, and now I am a coach, an agent coach. Now, there's not that many of us. And Jen and I talked a little bit about what's my why. So I went into the business in coaching because the attrition rate for real estate agents, because they don't know what the job is all about. The public doesn't often know what the job is all about. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, not only that, with all the lawsuits going around, there's a lot more confusion, even more than before. And the reason, guys, I invited Donna, as you know, 2023 is almost in the, it's New Year's around the corner. And Donna, what's so special about Donna, yes, she's a coach, but as you know, there's a lot of coaching people out there. You have Tom Ferry. I know he's phenomenal and everything else. But what's so nice about Donna owned her own brokerage firm. Mm-hmm. From there, Coldwell Banker bought you out, I think, if I'm not remember.
I came to work for Coldwell Banker. It was time for me to do something else with my career. So I closed my company and came to work as a regional instructor almost 11 years ago.
So this is the thing. What's very special about Donna as a person, as a teacher, and as a coach is that she knows what it's like to be in the business. Her coaching style, it's not one size fits all. I don't even want to tell them how long I've known you. And the thing is, so what she does is she talks to you, gets to know what you really want to do. And most of us, let's be honest, we don't know what we want. And the thing is, she will adjust her course what to fit you. And the thing is, the reason today's episode, it's not just for realtors. For all of you men and women who are thinking of starting a new career, or if you're thinking of setting up your new business, a new restaurant, she really can help you. And so I already have a couple of questions that we're going to talk about. Sure. Yeah. And if you know anyone who is not happy with their work right now or not happy with their job, if you know anyone that's thinking of getting into real estate, or if you know anyone that just want to either open a restaurant or start a business, tell them to watch this episode or tell them to watch the replay. Yeah. Because what we're going to talk about is to help all of us to get a better 2024. Because 2023 has been really hard.
It's really been a hard year on everyone. COVID really made a big difference in the successes for some, and then others really excelled. So thank you for that. Yeah,
that's true.
It makes a big difference. Having somebody as a coach, whether it's me or somebody else, I always love for it to be me. But what happens with the coach is I want to say an agent or the business person works in their business. A coach works almost like at a bird's eye level. So they look at what you're doing, how you're doing it, and then come back and basically say, let's tweak this a little bit and try something else to get better results. Salespeople and business people sometimes are too tied into working on their business to make things grow, and they can make some serious errors in their business. So, as you said, not only real estate, but I'm a certified business coach. So, legitimately took the courses to be able to get those titles. So I'm a CCP.
So Chuck, thank you for joining. Definitely watch the replay later. So okay, so a lot of us, we'll start, me being in real estate, let's start with that. There's a lot of people, because of what the economy has done, or either has gone into real estate or a lot of them has left real estate and gone to do something else because there's just no business for some. And so a lot of, okay, I remember, this is how long I've known her. She always says, and everyone says this, if you want to do well in your business, which is, which involves client, whether sales or service, one of the things she always told me is that you have to look your sphere of influence. And what one says, people think like, I don't know a lot of people. What do you mean sphere of influence? So it's not just family members, it's more on...
So for me, teaching real estate, we call it an SOI. That's what sphere of influence is. We just say it a lot, so we cut it down a little smaller.
Yeah, the SOI.
So when I'm teaching a class or working with agents, I basically start and say, if you don't think you have anybody, let's look at your contacts in your phone. How many people do you have in your phone? And when I'm running a class and there's a lot of people in it, you'll see it actually come up on like a chat. Some people have 2, some people have 42, some people have 4,200.
Why don't you guys do that right now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Most likely, because most likely you're watching either through your phone or your iPad. You could watch or, go look at your contacts.
Yeah.
And find how many people you have there. You'll be surprised how many you have.
I think this is really going to be a fun exercise for you guys to see just how many people you know. And don't worry about them being people that you lost touch with.
True.
So what you want to do is open up the Contacts app, whether you have an iPhone or an Android phone. Look it up. Your phone, when it opens up, is going to have a directory, an ABC directory. Just scroll down to the end of it. And chances are you will see a number in there. So put that in the comments. We'd love to be able to see how many you have.
Yeah. And the thing is like, sorry.
There she goes.
See, it's not working. So the reason I do this is because like there was one time, like I haven't updated it. Yeah. So we did this, we actually did this like 2 weeks ago. And she said, like, there were 2 of us, like, so how many do you have in your contact? And I'm staring at it, like, I have over 2,000 names in here. Like, I do not know 2,000 people. Well, maybe I do. Hi, Mona. And then my friend has, like, what, 600? 60? Yes. Or, like, 600. Mm-hmm. And then he looks at me like, wait, that's not, you have 2,000, I have 600. But the thing is, like, it doesn't matter. Right?
It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. It's something that you've got to add every single day if you want to be successful. So if you have 600 people in your contacts and you don't have business right now, we're only looking at maybe 1% that will do something this year.
Yeah.
Just 1%. So that might be 6 people that you're not even connecting with that are just sitting around waiting to do something. So, hi.
Hi, Sophia. Hi, Glenn. Thank you for joining. I love Glenn.
So sphere of influence is something that's fluid. You continue to grow it all the time. And those are the people, when we look at something called the NAR Home Buyer and Seller Guide, that's something that real estate agents use a lot to find out where business comes from. Most people, I think it's maybe 70 to 80%, something like that, ask, so the buyers and sellers will ask their friends and family who they used. So your sphere of influence is pretty important to agents, and when they get to retire, whenever that is, they can actually work with another agent and sell their database. And agents don't really know that there is a value, an added value on that. So
okay, now you touch into database. Oh, that's a good segment. Like, okay, CRM. We talk about CRM. Don't ask me what it stands for. CRM is like, when you say database, that when someone tells me, do you have a CRM? To me, it means your database, which means also possibly your sphere of influence. That's why they're all interconnected, correct?
They are.
So I didn't know that until 2 weeks ago. Like people who retire, actually, real estate people are like, they just sell their contacts.
They should be doing that. They usually just close their computers
That's
and
true.
have that sitting there to not. But so really you should be mind. And that's when if you're hearing this for the first time, these are the things that the coaches do, is that they help you. And
Yes.
so the difference between me and what you mentioned, Tom Ferry.
Tom
right,
Ferry, yes.
What happens on that level, I'm local. I have,
Yes.
the time and the success in the business, but I'm local. So we could talk about how many houses are on the market
On a local
Greenwich,
basis.
on a local level, and then make the adjustments for the agents so they can figure that out and have it right away.
So whether you're an agent or a lender, because I do have a lot of lenders that watches this show, because we're all in this together. It's like when I did the interview a couple of weeks ago, Suzanne Malloy, who's like in insurance, she's the best one. She basically said we're all a team, and this team works for you. And the thing is, like, before we go to CRM, for those of you would say, okay, but I'm not in real estate. Do I really need a sphere of influence? So I guess if you are selling a product, whether online or not, you do make the call. So before we go to CRM, one of the things that when people found out that I was going to interview you, calling the sphere of influence is something not everyone is comfortable with.
That's really true.
I have 6,000 names. When was the last time I actually spoken to 5 of them? Donna gave me a homework. She said, this is like, you think, oh yeah, it's simple. You want to tell them what my homework?
It's simple.
So this is to all of you who are either starting a business, who needs new clients and everything.
Yeah.
What was my homework?
So what we did, which is fun. We're having fun.
We always have fun. And this is
we always do that.
You need a coach that is strict, but it's fun. Because if not, you're gonna hate. It's like me going when I had a trainer friend. It's just like,
you
do I
won't
really
do
want to
it.
go?
You won't do it. So what we wound up doing, I created an app that I share with my coaching clients, and they can do it. They can do an assessment, a quick assessment. So we looked at that, right, and you determined by
like how many deals do I want next year? How many people? How many listing thing? So that I want to.
So she knows she's got to work with 5 people a day, 7 people a day.
Wait, you told me to start with 10.
Oh,
so
right.
she told me to start with 10 people.
10 people.
You know why? Because I have 2,000 names on my phone.
Yeah. So the instructions were, if you started on a Monday, you're going to look in your phone. We give dialogues that she can use, that my coaching clients can use. So I don't let you figure it out on your own unless you want to, okay? But we start them with a dialogue and just copy it, copy it 10 times and send it out to 10 individual people.
Yeah.
That's your first day.
So you could text or call, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, text,
whatever your state is allowing you to do, because I know in New York, we're still on the do not call registry. And in Connecticut, in New York, we can't call anybody, right? So in Connecticut, you still have to adhere to the DNC, but the restrictions are not that bad. So so what we can do is, if you're hesitant about calling first, right, open up a dialogue, because connecting with your sphere of influence is not about asking for business.
Yes.
It's changing the view. It's really, what can I do for you? Where can I catch you in your life today? Do you have a real estate need? Do you just want to know what the neighbor sold their house for? So the dialogue, first day, is get to, in your case, 10 people?
10 people. Say hello, basically. Reach out.
The next day, right? So I kind of say it's almost like throwing, putting something underneath the door and sliding it under. Yeah. So the text is that purpose. So the next day, you're going to reach out by phone to the people that you text, the people that didn't respond. Did you get my text? How are you? Right? So that would be on a Tuesday, let's say.
Yeah.
So you're going to call who you texted the day before, and then you're going to also text 10 new people a day. So on maintenance, Tuesday and going forward, it's reaching out to the people that you text the day before. That's the 10 in her case, and reaching out to 10 more, because by text. So that should only be maybe 5 to 10 minutes per
minutes.
person. So if it's 10 minutes a person,
Yeah.
that's like under 2 hours
And
to see who you can help.
And the thing is, like, a lot of the really top producers, everyone knows Ryan Serhant, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are very disciplined. The first thing they do, they work out, like whatever they need to do, and they get all the work done in the morning.
Yes.
Reach out to whoever you reach out. So the thing is, like, we all know that, but the question is, how many of us actually do it?
Only the ones that know that I'm going to ask you. So
I did part of it. I had an excuse. It's Thanksgiving. I'm not doing it. But you know what, guys? This is why I bring this up. Is because that one day of me, even without follow-up, although you should follow up, where I actually reach out to people I knew, I actually got a listing listing presentation out of that. So if I had not done that texting in that one day, that would not have been possible. A lot of people have asked, Jennifer, it's Thanksgiving. It's the holiday season. I should not be working. It's my downtime. Remember what we were talking about? This is when we should be.
We should be enjoying our family and friends, but your sphere of influence are your friends. They're not maybe your primary friends.
Yeah.
But just a quick call. You can just say, you know what? Just 5 seconds, just calling to check on you, see how, have a happy Thanksgiving. What are you doing today? Yeah. Could be a lot of different things. But the switch is not that you're afraid because your sphere of influence is thinking that you want something.
You're trying to sell them something.
You really have to make sure in your heart that the message is sincere to see how they are. So that's the switch that they don't talk about very much in real estate school. Everybody calls and says, you're thinking about selling a house, call me. I could recite, we could probably recite that on our sleep, right?
It's true.
But you have to say something different because otherwise people tone it out.
So the thing is, like, most of us, myself, I am very good in promoting everyone else. I could tell you we're the best insurance person there. I could tell you we're the best restaurants here. Sophia's is the best place to get gifts and costumes and all that. But, like, how many of you have a problem on not selling yourself? That did not sound right. Like, promoting yourself as good in what you do. So, and the thing is, like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, my biggest problem is I have all these crazy ideas, but putting them into action is one obstacle for me. But my biggest fear of all is not knowing what to say. Now, what's nice about having someone like Donna, as I said, you've done this for so many years. You've educated, you've taught so many people, and that it comes easy for her. So having someone else, like for me, I know what I'm good at, but having someone actually looking at it as a third party person, it really makes a big difference.
Yeah, and it started for me, forever ago, like saying, okay, I need to get listings. What do I say? How do I say it? So sometimes you have to go through that gauntlet and work out something that works, and then you repeat it again and again. It's like, hey, this is really easy. I can do this over and over again. It makes people feel good.
Yeah.
It becomes your script. This particular year, as we close out and go into 2024, for those of you that are kind of dabbling around with either getting your license or thinking about buying or selling, the huge thing is huge thing is getting to know the value that each agent brings to the table. It is not a one-size-fits-all, and with all the news that's coming to everybody, would you agree?
Yeah, yes.
Being able to have an agent talk to you about how they're different is going to be key for you to get the right person who's going to help you. Would you agree?
Yes. So what does she mean by that? For example, like if you own a store, like a lot of people have, like you're competing with online, like, Amazon and all that. Everyone has a love-hate relationship with Amazon. But if you have a retail store, for example, there's gotta be something okay, I always say for anyone who owns a store there, if you want to, a lot of people do order online, but what's nice about actually going to meet someone and having someone to help you buy something, a good salesperson will not just let you buy everything just to make a commission or a sale, but they will tell you that outfit doesn't look good on you. No. Oh, actually, you should go to J. Crew. You could get it there even cheaper. Now, that's a good salesperson because they think what's best for you. But I remember when I, like Sophia's, I love Sophia's. And the thing is, what's so nice about these stores, if you're going into, let's say, a restaurant, you got to have that special dish that no one else have. If you have a store, you got to be selling something that no one else does. Mm-hmm. Michelangelo, there's a store here in Greenwich, there's specialties, they'll engrave everything for you on top of the presents. So, like what you're saying, like as an agent, you do have to have a specialty. We were talking about designations yesterday. Mm-hmm. So like for me, I've been in business for 20 years. I wear many hats. So I am like a relocation. Yeah, most agents, you know, some people will only do rental because that's just really what they want. Yeah. So like you remember Gloria Chin Bestoff? We used to call her the condo queen. You want to know anything and everything about condo, you call her. She'll find you a place. So, but that's their specialty. So that's actually true in what you say. Mm-hmm. So, what else would you recommend to like people out there? So, you know, if you hire a coach, someone like Donna, is that, you know, she would personalize everything for you. And like, next question would be Chat GDP. AI.
My favorite new toy. Yeah. So those are the ChatGPT does amazing things. And I have to say, would you agree that none of us that are successful do this alone?
Yeah. Right?
There are wonderful clients that refer. There are agents that you learn from back and forth. Me too. So what's interesting is I'm a techie by nature.
Oh my God, she is.
And it's like this whole GPT thing, ChatGPT, is coming to me way too fast. So, but not that fast. You know, not fast enough where I can't catch it. I'm catching it. So it makes. So I guess if you're a business owner, not only are you going to have to make everybody feel special, but you only have 24 hours a day. You don't have 24 and a half like I thought I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You have to find a way to make your systems easier. And ChatGPT, that could be for another day.
Like the whole AI thing is a totally different course and everything.
But that can help you to design, like really, truly design a year's worth of marketing. I promise you, in under, I want to say 10 minutes, but let's go to half an hour.
She showed that to me yesterday, last night.
Completely amazing. So you can actually have all of these things set up and you can save them individually. Yeah. You can customize the picture. I mean, it's just, the technology is completely amazing.
Yeah.
So, so each agent has their own value. And if you're looking to get into real estate and you're interviewing companies, ask them whoever's interviewing you, what sets you apart. If you're working with an agent, if you're going to be hiring an agent to work with you to buy or sell, like literally go, so what sets you apart? It doesn't mean that they have to tell you that they're a top producer, because I'm going to get fresh on this and say, somebody can be, not to discount anybody's success, because it's hard as a real estate agent to be successful. Let's go there. But some people take a little bit extra license of that, right? And they can say, well, I'm a top producer, but that could be for that moment. That could be in that corner of the neighborhood. That could be in the whole state. So you have to really see what that person is all about. And I'm going to say one of the things to look at too, with the little alphabet letters after their name. Those are generally going to tell you designations and the education that they have to earn those certifications. So I'm really happy that we're talking about this, because we're educating you today on what to look for.
Well, the thing is, like, my sister is a perfect example. My sister is a nurse practitioner. the second one. And the thing is, like, she has so many things after her name, and I'm looking at her like, why? With all the years you've gone to school, you could have just been a doctor. So, but the thing is, like, as you know, months ago when I was with Chuck, we were talking about I can't do this live because I have a class to go to. See, real estate agents are, I actually thought, don't laugh, I thought it was every year. I take my 12 units and 21 units every single year, not thinking it's every 2 years. But that's the thing, is like, if you're an agent or whatever industry you're in, you always have to make sure you take classes. Tony Robbins was saying, like, every morning you do something, like, you have to have like a structure in what you do. Mm-hmm. And one of the things he said I'll never forget is that, I love Tony Robbins. He said, why don't you learn something every day with, regarding your business or just in general, learn something new. So through whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So it's true, like, certification does make a difference because everyone can be an agent, but not everyone specializes in things.
Right, and it's not harmful if you see an agent who doesn't have it. They might have taken the alphabet letters next to it. They may have taken other education behind it, but like probate, divorce, pricing. Pricing is really important right now because the prices are all over the place, right? So there's a whole bunch of things that actually will help the agent to help you better to determine where you need to go. How to set that price so that it gets looked at, that you get your buyer right away, that it actually goes to closing because there could be a lot of fallout.
Like relocation, that's why I've been a relocation specialist ever since Coldwell Banker days. Mm-hmm. Because when someone is relocating, I've had people relocate from Singapore. I had one weekend to find them something. Mm-hmm. I had a client who moved in, like I deal a lot of clients from either coming out of state or out of the country or helping them move out. Mm-hmm. Like relocation is not it's simple enough, but not really because you have to deal with the relocation company. So if you don't know what that entails, I had a relocation, I had a client a couple of years ago where the seller was relocating, and this is true. You have to always, if you're getting a listing, if you're buying something, your agent better make sure to check everything.
Oh, yeah.
What happened was the week of the closing, they found out that the house was owned by someone else, not the current owners, because how the title company didn't get that.
I had that once in my career, yep.
Like, it was supposed to be a divorce, and it was part of the settlement, so everyone signed, but the ex-wife. So that delay, so like, don't panic. If this happens, that's why you need a good attorney and everything like that. And a good agent. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, it did get resolved. So, like, I have, I was about to go to a list. I had a listing one time, and it shows in the card, like, that their house is for auction. It was the wrong house. That's for auction. And, like, it's like, that's why you need an agent.
Not easy. Oh, no. It is not easy. Good agents are try to be available when you're available, right? And there's so much to know. It's just sad that we don't get the opportunity to tell you all of that stuff, right?
There's so much like behind the scenes.
So much behind the scenes. And we also have to thank our family and friends for putting up with the crazies that have been in real estate, because it takes a very special person to still be in it as long as we are, right?
My phone is like the beauty and like the cell phone. Yep.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah. I'm married to my phone. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you guys for joining.
Yeah.
I will wrap this up. I am going to do more videos with Donna, but I strongly, strongly advise, if you want to have a good 2024, regardless of what business you're in, definitely have a plan. Well, I'm going to let her tell you what you need to do, but it's really good to start now. Don't wait till New Year's December 31st. I have a New Year's resolution. I'm going to do well 2024. What's your plan? I don't know.
She'll have that at the end of today. I promise.
Anyway, so why don't you let them know?
So yeah, so a couple of things with that, and really very quick. With real estate, whether you're looking to go into the business, or if you're a homeowner that's getting ready to sell, or if you are now thinking about relocating as a buyer, right? Yeah. You shouldn't really just wake up one day and go, I need to do this. Because when you're interviewing companies, you should ask them a lot of questions, because there's not a one size fits all. Each company has their own culture, right? They have their own training, maybe. You just have to know that.
You were my favorite teacher ever.
I love what I do. I'm just very fortunate to have been where I started with a very small broker. That's for a conversation. It's really a funny story later, another day. But when I stayed in one place, because I didn't move around a lot as an agent, I was very fortunate many years ago to be affiliated with a company and a broker that believed in education.
Yeah.
Haha. So now how many years later, I'm actually doing that. Now, I am not only a coach, but I am one of the real estate boards in New York. I'm on their faculty, and maybe share it, continue to share it. Yesterday, right? You saw the letter, right?
I'm so proud of you for that.
I am just thrilled to know that the education and sharing is continuing, because now I'm going to be on the New York State boards. As on 3 committees that will impact new agents through what they call YPN, the Young Professional Network, the education boards locally. Now, I don't get to decide all of that. That's not at that level, right? And then there was another one that was just an education committee. So I now can actually interact and listen to what you, like, we can listen to what you need and give you what you need, instead of it just being a one size fits all. So what we
because it's never a one size fits all.
Never one size fits all. Curious though, could we two more minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, one of the things that we need to do is to hear you.
Yes.
So go into the comments, and if we haven't talked to you about a topic that you think is interesting, put that in the comments so we can talk about this another time.
Yes, that would be great. So, final word, if you want to have a successful 2024, other than you have to call Donna, like, what would you recommend them to do? Like, make a list or goals or?
Well, with getting, we talked about getting your license, right? So interview companies. If you're thinking about moving, it's basically you got to get the house ready. And it doesn't mean that it looks like it's vacant, because people want to live in a place that they feel comfortable in. That's just my saying.
We're going to have so many videos after this, like,
they're
like different topics,
Yeah. So start getting things out, because it's not just one day you're going to sign the listing, right? But that's a pretty quick experience. But getting it received in the market takes getting it ready and getting it priced correctly. So that's another part of that. In real estate, so if you're an agent already, what I do with my coaching clients is, like, so today is November, right?
Yeah.
It takes generally 6 to 8 weeks for a deal to close, would you say?
Yeah, 30, 60 days, right? Depending,
So when I'm talking to my clients, and this is November, I'll tease them around and say, okay, so November, so December, January, happy January. And then they'll look at me going like this, well, if you want to get paid, you got to start doing things now.
You got to start selling something now, or list something now.
And not sitting back and eating the turkey and the cookies. You could do that too. But start thinking about what you want your business to look like, so that when January 1st, 2024 hits, you're ready. If you start on January 1st, whatever you get will start closing 2 to 3 months later. You can change that today.
Actually, if you think about it, if we reach out to 5 person a day, and actually, I have to say, this is the perfect time to do it because it is Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving.
Just like, hey, happy Thanksgiving, and then follow up with a card like, hey, Merry Christmas, how's everyone? So, like, that's what, 25 people a week?
Yeah, it's not.
That's a lot.
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
really. But
I mean, that's a lot. Yeah. So, anyway, so I am going to, I'll get that, hold on.
yep. See what happens with our phones.
See, this is like, we're like nonstop.
That's the bet.
So, okay, guys. So, thank you guys for joining.
Yeah.
Either put it in the comment section or DM me, and we will answer all your questions. Donna's contact is going to be on the screen itself, and you will have her phone number. And oh my gosh, the things that I learned from her, you have to do this. But anyway. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Watch out. We will have a lot more videos, short videos with Donna, more topic related. Yeah. Enjoy. Thank you.
Happy Turkey Day.